Good morning. This is Primo with a quick recap of the US Open golf from yesterday. We'll quickly talk about everything from the weather, the course, who stood out, who is making a push on day two. But round one of the historic William Flynn design course exactly proved what we've been talking about during the previews. It was the ultimate test in golf, early morning fog. I mean, they kept moving it. I remember listening to Sirius XM on the PGA radio, and they had a delay, and it was between early morning fog, and they had ocean-driven winds. A lot of the players did spend a lot of scrambling to survive. The absolute mover in yesterday was Wyndham Clark, who put an absolute clinic with a 6 under par to take a commanding lead. So there you go, Wyndham Clark, who's actually previously won a major, absolutely brilliant. But what's pretty cool about it is like we have a bunch of other previous major winners in terms of John Rahm, Dustin Johnson, Matt Fitzpatrick, Rory McIlroy, all within I think Wyndham Clark has probably got the biggest lead. I think he's up by 4 strokes, if I'm not mistaken. I should verify that, but I'm pretty sure. But everybody is chasing him right now. They're all within distance. But one thing about the scores, as I know, is that Wyndham Clark, he goes on the stretch, sometimes with brilliant pieces of playing golf. I mean, his game is well suited for that. And like I said, Rory is within, I would say, striking distance because it's just day two today. Aaron Rai, who won the PJ, he's, I think, -1, I think. But everybody's chasing him. DeChambeau played well. I mean, you saw him hit this one, but the brilliance was Wyndham Clark hitting an absolute beautiful shot on a par five, stuck it within 3 feet for an eagle. Scotty Scheffler, I mean, brutal conditions took their toll because I think Dr. Dan and I actually talked about this yesterday. It depends on what time some of these players are teeing off. As they played later in the night, where the weather was just brilliant, it was much more good conditions for players. But when you are thinking about like earlier in the day with the fog and with the winds, I think it was very tough. The brutal conditions did take toll on world number one, Scotty Scheffler, who struggled out of the gate. He's like 2 over par. He's 8 strokes behind. But if there's anything about Scotty, you know what happened even in the PGA tournament or even the Masters. He will slowly figure this thing out. And I know yesterday, listening on the radio driving back, I heard that he was actually working on a lot of things in the range and things like that. So, like I said, the course, as we talked about the weather. It was playing fast. The greens were pretty fast. Making two putting a monumental task. Players were forcing players to prioritize high ball trajectories just to hold on to the putting surface. You miss the fairway, you are in the big, heavy fescue, and that will turn the scores sideways. What's today? Today, the temperature should be phenomenal. The winds are not that bad. There is some chance of precipitation, but it's relatively lower winds, should offer a minor reprieve for the players. I can see, um, I mean, the winds 17 miles an hour will still keep the players guessing, but having said that, it is a better opportunity for more better scoring today, I think, than yesterday. I mean, yesterday, like I said, Wyndham Clark was just the leader of the pack. He set himself apart were all the other players. But there are a lot of other players bunched up at 2 under and 1 under. So there is a chance that, these players could make a big push and then that could put pressure on Wyndham Clark. But for now, it is Wyndham Clark's day. And, but there were a lot of amateurs who were also contending. Cohen, for example, was actually at the leaderboard at 3 under for a long time, but then once Wyndham Clark took on another gear, there was nothing catching him for yesterday. But today's a new day. Like I said, I predict better scores today, and we'll see if Scotty can make that move. We can see Rory if he can make that move as well. But there were some huge drives yesterday. I think DeChambeau for one. hit the ball just past the road, and I think he was just 80 yards from the pin on his second shot. So anyway, so I one of the things we were talking about was that this course will favor people who were not long drivers, but it seems like it didn't really impact that much yet. But looking forward to a great day of golf, guys. Thanks again for listening. Have a good night.